It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. So Hawaii's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed. Great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll try the run. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rainbow Warriors getting set on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good ball and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee.
Oh, he's got some space.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this second and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home. And
he caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes offense. To the field, our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give on the inside. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. He'll do it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He'll throw it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Handoff from the gun. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Handoff to the single back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big loss by the QB, but still, you'd love to see that ball just go into the stands and go incomplete.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Warriors. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get in.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes it. In the back end, nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
With the catch, it's key. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Snags it over the middle.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
A strike downfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Rainbow Warriors are marching down the field. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. First and goal coming up. The Rainbow Warriors just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up for it.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And the Buckeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Long way to go for this offense. First and 10 from their own 12. The screen, and watch out. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
They were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, Dave.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
He's got it down the right side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Rainbow Warriors really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash. A 34-yard attempt coming. And this one is perfect. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Power football with the run. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gentry. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in Paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And if you thought that was a quick 1st half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Flips it out in the flat. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Just needs a crack to get a return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Turning on the Jets. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The Rainbow Warriors, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it and still on his feet.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Rainbow Warriors are flying. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And that one will put them up here in the second half. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Escapes trouble. He's going to run it. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Now facing a third and long. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Buckeyes will line it up on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes... for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
24, Hawaii, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Right back to the well.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second down.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is.
Ineligible receiver, downfield,
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game.
kick catch interference, kicking team.
So the offense. Accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Turning it on!
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
He's got him in the flat. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Going the other way, and he's got room. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That's caught. It's Gentry. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He's got it down the middle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to...
Oh, he's got some space. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Right on the money. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. The Rainbow Warriors had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Hawaii! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off for the third time today. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down.